All right, guys. Well, today I'm going to be working on a gas edger, and I kind of like these little things. It's better than, I guess, for a quickie when you're out there with a weed eater or something. You just go and just do a quick job, but you don't get that trench-looking edge on your sidewalk, And with these things, you can. They're pretty cool. But anyway, let's take a look at it. Yeah, look at this thing. I found this thing when I was out walking my dog, and kind of an oddball day. I was took her for a walk on a Wednesday morning, and they had already opened up a garage sale. Usually see them on weekends, but so I picked it up pretty cheap. There's a bunch of little tags on here. These things, it must have been going from garage sale to garage sale, and with a tag on them, you know what I mean? But maybe they just couldn't get it running and just kept passing it along. But it's not bad. Briggs & Stratton, 3 horsepower. I know those carburetors that are on there, I think they are a pain in the butt, so that's probably a deal where I'll have to take that off and put it in the ultrasonic cleaner. I just noticed the handle here is broke off. Well, I can still move it back and forth, but maybe I'll either find a replacement, or maybe that's a good candidate for 3D printing a handle on there. Yeah. Oh, everything's working good. This one, now I've never had one of these where you can adjust the angle like that. That's kind of neat. And that seems a little loose. I don't think that's supposed to be hitting that there. So maybe it's loose down here. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. I haven't checked anything. There's the pull. Well, that's kind of rough. We'll have to oil that down. Well, let's look at it a little closer here. I'll check the oil and check the gas, all that good stuff. All right, well, let's see what we got. Hopefully the gas isn't all rusted out. The gas tank. Well, it's not rusted out. And it smells like gas, so that's not bad. Grab some tools here. I'm going to check the oil real quick. Okay, it's got oil in it, that's good. It was a little dark, so we'll probably end up giving it an oil change one of these days. Alright, air cleaner looks good too. That's a good sign. Well, good deal. Nice and clean. And what else? Let me grab some WD-40 and we'll see if we can get that rotating a little smoother. All right. I'm low on carb cleaner. Got plenty of Yeah, it helped already. Let's see, what else? I guess right away I am going to spray some carb cleaner down there. See if it'll try and crank. It's probably going to be pretty tough. Is there a on off? No. Well, awesome. Well, it's definitely going to crank. So, is it bad gas in there? I guess the first thing I'm going to do is just go ahead and empty the gas out of here. Put some fresh gas in and see if it'll crank over. If not, then I'll go a little deeper, start, cleaning out the carburetor, all that good stuff. All right. I was completely out of gas. I had to go get some. Alright. Well, looking at that other gas might have still been good. I just wanted to make sure. And let's see. Let's put the choke on. Everything's on. No, I don't think it's going to. Where did my gas cap go? There it is. Put that back on. And I am almost out of carb cleaner. That kind of sucks, don't it? Yeah, I'm just going to have to take off the carburetor. Let's get all this off. One thing I didn't bother to do with this thing was to clean everything off. I should have done that before taking this carburetor off, huh? Just remember, you gotta remember which cable hooks up to what, right? And there's that. What does this one come off? This one comes off this way. Okay. So we got to make sure all this stuff is not clogged, right? through here, and then check out the diaphragm. Make sure all that's all cleaned, and let me take that off. All right. Well, let's see. Let's see about the diaphragm first, and then I'm gonna just chunk this whole thing. It's good. This stuff looks pretty clean, right? Usually, if it's all corroded and gummed up right here, and I'm just gonna get one of those carburetor little needle or wire that I can push in there and clean that out. But I'll probably do that after I get it out of the ultrasonic cleaner. For now, boy, this pan is, my little parts pan has just about had it, huh? I guess I know what I'll be getting myself for Christmas. These things are awfully loose. Oh. Don't tear up. Alright, I got that saved. Alright, well, I'm going to put this in the ultrasonic cleaner as is. I got all the gaskets off of it. And the rest of it, let's see if it'll clean it off. I'll throw that in there too. Alright, I just plopped everything in there. This is the stuff I use. Extreme simple green. The biggest thing on this is aircraft and precision cleaner, so that means like aircraft aluminum and stuff. This stuff won't discolor aluminum parts, right? That's the biggest thing to take out of that. And you can, it's kind of hard to get sometimes, but on Amazon I was just real patient. When it popped up, I bought a gallon, and it's actually diluted. It's not quite, it's a little more than half and half. It's probably 70-30 with some water in there. And before I tried, putting everything in a bag and putting the fluid in the bag, and this was just full of water, right? And then I lowered the tank, lowered this into the tank, and it did okay, but I have a feeling it's going to do much better like this. So I'll just go ahead and put all the fluid in there. But man, listen to this. It is loud as shit. Then when I put the lid on it, yes sir, that's fucking loud. I think I just need to put some gasket material on this lid, so when I put it down, but it's still loud, right? Oh well, I'll come back and we'll take a look at it when this is done. Well, there we go. I'd say that did a pretty darn good job. Paint's still on there, but everything else looks really good, doesn't it? I really like that ultrasonic cleaner. It's better than the previous one I had. It just sure is freaking noisy, ain't it? So I'll let that dry, and I'm gonna make sure that those are open. Yep. Let's go the next size up. Yep. They're good to go. Alright, so I'm going to put this thing back together. We'll put the carburetor back on and see if it'll crank. Choke is on. It's still searching. Let's see, that was almost all the way down. Let's back off a little bit. That was one turn. Okay, that helped a lot. Let's go another half. All right, she's running. Whew. Took a little while. That fuel air mixture screw, it was just all the way in. So I backed that out. Still needs a little fine tuning if you ask me, but I can still look at that. I wanted to look at this front end too. So I wonder if that nut down here is too loose. You think? See that castle nut that's right here? I'm going to try to take that pin off and tighten it up just a tiny bit. There's the pin. Oh yeah. See, I can turn it with my fingers. Is that enough? One more, was that a quarter turn or an eighth of a turn? I don't think I can. If I do, it's going to be too tight, and it's going to be hard to raise and lower the blade. Right there. Yeah, that's much better. Let's put the pin back in. All right. Well, that's got it. Other than just cleaning it up, I don't know if I'm going to repaint it or not, but looks like it's going to work pretty well, huh? Even if this engine, if it starts to search like that, it's. But you know what? I mean, it doesn't really matter when you're cutting the edge. It just. You still get a good clean cut, you know. Man, that blade's in pretty good shape. Cool. Well, that wasn't too bad at all. At least it's running. I think it needs a little more fine tuning. You know, but I have an older one, and I think it has a Tecumseh engine on it. And if it pulses, I mean, I still get a good clean cut on the edge, you know. And I've never really had that worry me that much, because I have such a little small strip that needs edging, and then poof, it's over, and I put it away, you know, as long as I keep it cranking. And this one looks like it's gonna crank right up. I might try to get it going a very even pace, but I think it's the diaphragm on that carburetor. I did play around with the fuel air mix there, and that helped a lot. But I'll look and see if I can find a diaphragm for that carburetor and see if that'll help. But other than that, I mean, it's going to be put away anyway. I might use it one time before winter hits us here. I mean, it's already December, but you know, I'm working up a sweat. It's, you know, 80 degrees today, you know, high 70s. I think it probably peaked 80. But anyway, I've got one more time to do the yard, and I'll probably go ahead and trim it, edge it using this one, and then it's going to be put away till spring, and then I'll decide if I'm going to keep it or sell it off or what. Because it's actually a pretty nice one, you know. But we'll see. Easy fix. It looks like it passed through a couple of guys' hands before it got to me, and they couldn't get it running, but it wasn't that bad, right? I mean, as long as you just troubleshoot it correctly, and that's about it. So Before I start rambling, I'll cut you off here. I guess that's it for this video. And as always, thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe and watch for my next video.